No. No, Jeffrey! Jeffrey, no! Hello, everybody. Today we'll be going over the mysterious disappearance of a snow golem named Jeremy. We'll go over his disappearance, who he was, or what he was. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So originally, my friend and I were just building snow golems just for the fun of it, right? We just wanted to have some fun, and we created multiple snow golems. Now the first of these snow golems, now his name was Jeffrey. Now Jeffrey here, as you can see roaming around the base, just like to have fun, just roam around, explore a little bit, you know? He was always a curious fella. He liked to just roam around and oftentimes liked to stare at walls, as you can see there. Now Jeffrey was always a curious fella. You could tell just by looking at him. You could always tell. Now, the thing about Jeffrey's that sometimes his curiosity got the best of him. No, Jeffrey! Jeffrey, no! No. I'm sorry. It always pains me to watch Jeffrey die. But life goes on. Now, we also created another snow golem. We created multiple snow golems. Now, the second snow golem that was created, well, his name was just Bob. Now, Bob didn't do much. He just stared at the floor. That's all about Bob. His story ends there. The third snow golem is what this video is really all about. The third snow golem's name is Jeremy. That's right, Jeremy, right here. We don't know what Jeremy is. We don't really know who Jeremy is. All we know is that Jeremy is a snow golem. We don't know what his goals are, what his intentions are. All we know is that he exists. And we don't know much about him. As you can see there, he disappeared. Jeremy just disappeared. I couldn't find him. Did he exit? No. There was no path of snow. At that point, we didn't know where Jeremy was. He just disappeared. So I looked around. You could see his path, but there wasn't much. Just like he disappeared. And that, my friends, is where the mystery begins. And then there's the last snow golem. His name was just Jack. He was a derpy guy, but we love him. Now, we don't know where Jeremy went. Where'd he go? Where did Jeremy go? Now, something I want to point out, something odd that I noticed is that Jack here, he was staring up, looking at something. Now, we didn't know what this meant, but it had to mean something. But we didn't know this at the time. Now, my friend and I had been debating on what happened to Jeremy. We assumed by, the large patch of snow that was there, the large path of snow that was there, we assumed that Jeremy fell into the water. So I blocked the water off, so no snow golem could accidentally, get killed. So I blocked it off so they wouldn't be able to fall in. Something else I noticed here was that Jack here took the same path that Jeremy did. He came out of the dungeon. You could see a snow path. You could see a snow path here. Look, you can see where he went to the nether portal. Where'd he go? Where's he going now? Where is he going? It looks like Jack here was also looking for Jeremy. And that beanboozled me. I also create another snow golem here, but this guy doesn't do much. This guy won't do much, or this guy won't do very much at all. He just kind of stays here and stares up. Look. Just look at this dude. Oh, his head's kind of blocked. But there we go. Now here he is. He's just gonna stay there for the rest of the video. Don't mind him. No. Let's stop right there. Look at this. I didn't see this while I was playing, but there is a path leading from the dungeon all the way to a block, with the 2 blocks right there. I had not noticed. I had not noticed that. Now, my friends, this here is where we solve part of the mystery. We found out where Jeremy went. As you can see here, Jack is following something. He is looking at something. He's following a path. And what do you know? Before he came up here, there was Jack was attacking something. He was fighting off a skeleton. He was protecting me. He was protecting my friend and I. And it was, I couldn't believe it. Jack sacrificed himself for us. It was such a sad but such a noble thing for him to do. And look at that. Look, let's rewind. Let's go back. Boom, right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we solved where Jeremy went. If you saw that flight of stairs, it was on the blocks. There was snow on it. There was a snow path going up into the overworld. Now, snow golems can survive in the overworld as long as they don't fall into sand. Now, above the base is just grass. Jeremy escaped. He survived. He escaped. He didn't get attacked by mobs. Jeremy survived. He escaped the base. You must all be asking, what does this all mean? I'll tell you what it means. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have solved the case of Jeremy the Snow Golem. Exhibit A, Jeffrey. Jeffrey knew Jeremy. He was scared of Jeremy. He looked into the nether portal, the bit of going in, knowing his fate. He turned away, but knew at the last moment that Jeremy would get him. Jeremy would get him. So he jumped into the fire, too scared to face Jeremy. Bob here was also scared of Jeremy, but he didn't hop into a fire. No. He was super scared of Jeremy as well. So he just did the only thing he knew what to do. He just hid into his little corner, just waited there for Jeremy to get him. Now there are 2 snow golems left, but we're just gonna focus on Jack because the other one isn't that important. Jack here was the most courageous of the snow golem. He was willing to risk his life to find Jeremy because he knew what he did. He knew what Jeremy did. And unfortunately, Jeremy put a hit on Jack and he died. The skeleton killed Jack. There's nothing to do. Jack died and Jeremy got away. With all the data that we have collected, I believe that Jeremy was a serial killer. Jeremy was a notorious serial killer who killed snow golems and players. He worked with mobs, with hostile mobs, and he struck fear into his enemies. He was an evil guy. As to where Jeremy is now, nobody really knows. No one will ever know. That mystery will remain unsolved.